I did live streams for you. I think we did quite a few during COVID, during the lockdowns, and then we did a few in the office with Katerina and Alessia. I hope my headphones work well and you can actually hear me and see me. I will also open same video on my computer so that I can see your questions if I get any. How is your Sunday going? I hope you have missed the cupids. Yes, I see that it goes. I have no idea if you can actually hear me. Please text me if you can. I will tell you what's going on, what is up with the cupids, and why and how we are going to match singles even during this madness, this craziness. I see that someone is watching me. Some people are there. Please text me if you can actually hear me. I have left Warsaw, Poland, and I'm in Germany for maybe 3 days. It has been 10 hours on the road driving. So I was exhausted. I was very, very tired. On the one hand, it was sad to leave Warsaw. People were really supportive there, and driving with loud and clear, good. Driving the car with Ukrainian car plates, like everybody are making sounds, waving hands, and then you see these big trucks, and they have some supportive words to Ukraine. It was surreal, and also when you enter this greeting from central Switzerland, guten Tag. So and also when you enter these paved roads, when they saw our Ukrainian car plates, like everyone in Poland, they were just waving us through and wishing us luck. It was a little bit surreal. And also in Poland, when people were asking where we were from and when they heard about Kharkov, we got lots of hugs. My daughter got some sweets from a kind lady who works at the place where they have these laundromats. So anyway, I'm in Germany now. I'm not far from Köln, and a beautiful Turkish Russian couple is hosting us. It is surreal how many kindness is there in the world where people actually start wars. It's hard to imagine that there are so many really kind-hearted, really nice, really good people on the same planet with madmen who start wars. It feels surreal. So Alessia, our psychologist, she is still in Hungary. I'll have some tea. My husband did it for me. She is still in Hungary. She is with her daughter and she is with her mother. Our interpreter, Irina, is still in Kharkov. Katerina, our executive director, she is still in Kharkov. My mother and my brother are still in Kharkov. My mother-in-law has evacuated. She is also in Germany. Actually, this is partly the reason why we have decided to go here. And also we were offered with a place to stay. Further plans, of course, we all hope to go home. So I never planned to relocate to another country, at least at this stage of my life. Maybe later when I decide to retire, I always liked Portugal. So if I decide to retire, maybe I will go there to write books and enjoy Vina Verde and beautiful ocean views. But seriously, I never considered leaving Ukraine and go and live in other country. I really, really love Kharkov, our city, and I plan returning. So for now, I just consider it a temporary stay. To my daughter, I say that it is a prolonged vacation. What else I can tell you about? Oh, I see that there are questions. Wir helfen die Ukraine auch in Zentralschweiz. Yes, I know that many people went to Schweiz. Many are in Poland. I think most of Ukrainian refugees are in Poland, since language is very similar, culture is very similar, and they are really, really are Ukrainian friendly. So I would tell that maybe 20-30% of our database of ladies are now in Poland, and probably the same amount is in Germany. So many Ukrainians are trying to find home. Home is in Ukraine, and as for temporary place to stay, I would say that people are very supportive, and I have personally received so many invitations from friends, but I have many international friends, including our ex-clients, now couples, who kept texting and asking us to come over. And since I love traveling and I travel quite a lot, so we have many international friends. I promised to help her through and help to get office in Clotten, Zurich. Hello from South Africa. Greetings to South Africa. I have never been there. It's on my list of countries to visit. By the way, there is a fantastic font from South Africa. Right now, I'm afraid to misspell it. Gifts of the Givers, I think, and they actually help Ukrainian volunteers in Kharkov. I think I should do a separate video and post about all the communities and ways to help Ukraine if you want to do it. Gentleman writes that there are too many Ukrainians in Poland. Well, in Warsaw, yes, there are many Ukrainians here, but also there are small towns where many people go to stay. So Poland is an easy choice in the sense that language is very similar. And if you don't speak English, you just speak Ukrainian, it will be quite easy for you to get along. Like in Germany, language is very, very different. And yes, most of people who have left Ukraine, they want to stay close by to the border so that they can return quickly back home once this madness is over. Well, in Poland, I have tried to connect with our database of ladies to find where everyone is located, who is open to continue dating, who is not. And it is interesting, some ladies, they were asking me, like, you know what, Svetlana, until I have received your message, I was not actually thinking about dating, but probably I can, I have time. So many people had to leave their jobs in Ukraine. Of course, during COVID, during the lockdowns, many people have transitioned from working in the office to working from home with their laptops. So many people have taken their jobs with them. For many people right now, all you need is your computer, cell phone, and some internet. But many people, they have relocated temporary and they have the time now. Many ladies, they have the time now, and they were not thinking that dating is an option. So when we have started contacting them, many said that, you know what, I actually like this idea. I'm in Western Europe, I have the time, the world is crazy. And yes, this world needs love. And all the support, all the messages, all the kind words that we have received from all the couples that we have matched with in the last 13 years all around the world, it was such a huge inspiration to us, and I understand that what we are doing is really, really important, and war shouldn't stop love from happening. And now the world knows how strong, how resilient are Ukrainians, how much we love our culture. Let me read a few of your comments. It's interesting to see that so many ladies are still willing to date during this difficult time. Of course, not all people. Some people are still in shock and they say, like, dating, no, I sleep and I take it one day at a time. But many people understand that they have to build their lives. One lady, she told me that, you know what, I have lost my job, but I have my life and I want to keep going. So, you know what, now I will actually have time to go on dates, to take the language class. So it's difficult. I can't tell you that it is similar to traveling, like to be far from home. No, you understand that you don't know when you will be able to return. We all hope that it will be in May. So all the news that I try to filter and not to watch and to listen too much, they give different scenarios, but most politologists, they describe May as the time when we all possibly can return home. Oops, sorry. Swiss president told us to persevere with the force of love and sharing. Yes, many countries are very supportive. Turkey has been very, very supportive, and Turkish president, he supports a lot Ukrainian army, and we have considered going there. I have friends in Turkey as well and staying there. But then, since my mother-in-law is in Europe and we have decided that it will be easier to stay in Germany. I also speak German. Unfortunately, I don't speak Turkish. It's a beautiful language. I think after all this madness is over, I will start learning it. I really like it. So, what else about our matchmaking process? Pretty much it stays the same in the sense that we conduct all the interviews. Now it will take us, logistically, it will take us more time to actually find all the ladies who is located where, and we still go through our base because we had a big base in Ukraine, and most of this base is right now either in Western Ukraine or in Western Europe. So we get in touch with the ladies. Then same will apply. We will do numerous interviews by Skype, by Zoom, pretty much what we have been doing during the lockdowns. Then we will be introducing candidates whom we would pre-select for this exact client. We will introduce a lady to a gentleman at first by Skype or by Zoom, and then they will meet in person in Western Europe. One of our current clients, he was not very happy with the idea to talk by Zoom at first. Yes, it's not for everyone, and of course, as a lady, she has to speak at least intermediate level of English, because the whole idea of a Zoom date or texting is to actually get to know each other better, and you can do it only if you communicate. So if she doesn't speak the language, it will be hard to communicate. So of course, if the lady speaks only limited English, Zoom dating won't be for her if we're talking about an English-speaking gentleman. Of course, if he is Russian-speaking, Ukrainian-speaking, this can be an option. I like this idea, first of all, because prior to this terrible war, we had to say no to many ladies who are located in Western Europe and who wanted to be in our database, since we were conducting all the dates in Ukraine offline. So there is no point for them to join our database. And several months prior to the war, I have entertained this idea that we will actually get ladies from Western Europe into our database, and maybe we will do something for them as well. So right now we can actually work with these ladies. So right now we accept them into our database. Also, it is always interesting to actually get new members, to meet new people. This is what I like about my profession most of all, because I get to meet so many ladies, so many gentlemen, and they represent different professions. They have different backgrounds, they have different interests. And since we worked with people who are interested in international dating, our clients, both male and female, they are open-minded, they are really, really cosmopolitan, and they are curious and romantic. They're curious about different cultures, countries. They find the whole idea that you will mix different cultures in one relationship appealing, that you can build your family based on 2 or 3 cultures, you can mix and combine it. So it is always interesting to meet such people, to learn from them, to get to know them better. And now I'm doing many interviews with new female members, and it is interesting to talk to them. What the ladies in your database would say are, of course, some ladies they are too shaken at that moment, and they tell that they need a break, so they can't think about dating right now. But many are right now in Western Europe or in Western Ukraine. They speak the language. Since from the very beginning, we have tried to recruit ladies into our database who speak the language and who consider international dating for all the right reasons. So I was talking to a lady, she is in Prague, I think. Yes, she's in Prague. She went there maybe 2 weeks ago, and she said to me that, oh, she was there all alone. And yesterday she has posted on Instagram a post. She is meeting with other Ukrainian ladies from Kharkov, and there is a table, 6 of them, and 3 of them are in our database, are our members. So right now, with social media, if you know how to look for them, you will find them. I think there is, a gentleman has written that he's a former citizen of South Africa. Guys, I'm so tired of politics, even though you can't actually neglect politics now, since the politics has kicked me out from my home city. Temporary, yes, but still, Ukraine is a beautiful country. Kharkov is a beautiful Ukrainian city. Russian speaking, yes. It has its own charm. People from Kharkov, you know, the way we speak Russian in Kharkov, when I travel, and I have been to more than 40 countries, I have stopped counting at one point. When I travel and I am in US or somewhere in Europe or in Asia, and I hear people speaking, I can tell that they are from Kharkov by the way they are pronouncing words and the words that they have been selecting. So it's a beautiful city. I miss it dearly. And today I was texting with my friends who stay there, and they tell that they have started opening barbershops and coffee shops. And I think that that's a ray of hope that this madness will be finished soon, that we will win, that love will win. So speaking about database, ladies who, for example, very often we have received requests from gentlemen to introduce them to Ukrainian ladies who live in the US. And we have actually tried that format, but to be honest, ladies from Ukraine who live in the US, many of them, they have such high expectations regarding gentlemen whom they would like to meet. First of all, they want to date someone their age or maybe younger, or they want to date someone Russian speaking. So what these ladies were looking for, the majority of them, and what our American clients were looking for, it was not a match. If we are talking about Ukrainian ladies who live in Western Europe, who live there prior to the war as well, their expectations and what they're looking for is something that our Western European clients are looking for. So here I see that it will be easier to match them because they are looking for similar things. May I please ask you what you do miss most of your Kharkiv, Lady Svetlana? I miss my office. I miss my team greatly. I miss my house. If we're speaking about things that you can touch, of course, I desperately miss my mother, and I'm worried for her. She still stays there. I miss my brother. He's a future doctor, and I'm so proud of him. I miss small things like my favorite coffee shop not far from our office, or breakfast place also near the office. My friends, my life there. I miss going to gym, taking Chinese classes. So I miss the city. I miss the people. But I have no doubts that we will win. You will be surprised, during the war, Kharkov is still the cleanest city in Ukraine. Many people who, for example, were too old to go to fight, they volunteered to clean the city. So right now they are already cleaning all the madness that Russian missiles have left in the streets. How will you bring a future Ukrainian bride from Poland to the US? Well, first of all, you have to build a relationship. You have to meet a lady, you have to start dating her, and nobody gets married after having 3 dates. And just like in real life, if two of you, after you build a relationship and you go through the stage of being exclusively in boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, and you discuss it that you want to settle down together, for example, in the US, then two of you, you and your girlfriend, discuss how you will do it. Whether you will get married in Europe and then you will relocate to the US together, or you will apply for K1 visa. By the way, now you apply in Warsaw and also in Krakow, in Poland for K1 visas. I should text to my couples after this live stream to find out if they already have their K1 visas. Because they had to go to the interview in Warsaw instead of Kiev. So same rules applies, same rules as with international dating. At first you have to meet, you have to find out if this acquaintance can have long-term potential. Then you actually start building this relationship, and it will take you months. So it doesn't happen overnight. Nobody is willing to get married after knowing each other for 2 weeks. It's not healthy. It's not a good base, good foundation for a relationship. And then two of you together decide what you will be doing next. No, Kharkov is not demolished. There are 1,300 buildings that have been destroyed. Many were historical, but it's a huge city. Of course, we will have to repair the city center. Of course, some monuments, unfortunately, were lost. Some historical buildings were lost, but the city stands. And what was lost, we will build anew. Actually, yesterday I have read the news that the beautiful memorial to Second World War, it was under attack, and right now there are discussions to actually leave some distractions to special to how can you tell it, to actually try to protect them from further destruction. This proves that bullets were there, but to leave them to show further generations that fascists and Nazis existed not only in Germany during the Second World War, that right now they are in Kremlin. No, there is still water and there is still heating in Kharkov. Of course, buildings that have been ruined, these buildings, they don't have water and heating. Our office is still okay, so thank you for asking, and I hope it will wait for us. My mother went to water plants there, and it was kind of strange, surreal to see that everything stays on the same places, even like all our cups and Katerina's cream lies on her table, so it still stands. How long would you say after dating a Ukrainian lady would they expect marriage? It depends on the age group a lot. I have noticed that, for example, our older couples, people who are in their 40s, in their 50s, 60s, they tend to tie the knot sooner. For example, after dating for 6 months, the gentleman already knows that she is the one, and 6, 7 months into their relationship, he proposes to a lady. And of course, by a relationship, I mean that they are constantly in contact, they travel back and forth to see each other. So it's not like they had one or two meetings, no. So usually it's about 6 months. Our younger couples in their 20s and 30s, they tend to date longer. So we had couples who have been dating for a year and a half, before the ring question has appeared, before the gentleman has actually proposed. But again, it's very, very individual. So nobody expects marriage after 3 dates. It's ridiculous. I always repeat myself in the videos that I don't recommend to date someone desperate. It's never a good idea to bring someone into your life who chooses you out of desperation. So don't date desperate people. Choose someone who is choosing you for all the right reasons, who can appreciate all your strong qualities. I would be happy if Lady Svetlana could do another live in the next coming days. So we make a speaker. We will see. To be honest, right now, of course, on the one hand, I have more free time. On the other hand, I have my daughter with me, and I have to jump into the work again. And also today, we will start shipping my books from Ivano-Frankovsk to different parts of Ukraine. Ukraine is a huge country, and it's also for us, for people from Kharkov, from Chernigov, it's hard to imagine that life goes on in other cities like Zaporozhye, for example, or Rovno, that people go to work every day, and pretty much they watch the war on news and on their smartphones, or as they call it in Germany, handies. Right now, I will have such a mix of languages in my head. So we will start shipping my book. I was supposed to have the book signing and the book presentation on March 6th in Kharkov. Well, as you know, it never happened. Well, I hope I will host a beautiful book signing after the war in Kharkov. That's my dream and my goal, and I want to hug all my readers so badly. Um, I have started working on a book in English, since I have written 3 books in Russian for the ladies. I thought it's a bit unfair, so we will see. Hopefully, while I'm traveling during these months, I can devote some time to writing. Uh, Nattels. In Switzerland, we call cell phones nattels. I didn't know that. Well, it's interesting to learn something new. I don't think I understand your point about distance in the comments. I think I can take 1 or 2 questions. I have a call in like 40 minutes, and I will have to get ready for it. I feel excited to have interviews with our existing clients and consultations and with new potential clients. It feels so normal to talk about love, to talk about relationship. On the other hand, it is strange during such times to keep calm when a gentleman starts telling you that, oh, She doesn't have blue eyes or ignore. So it feels a little bit strange when people start giving demands that, oh, I want her to be 25 years younger, or I need her to be blonde. And it seems not shallow, it seems so stupid. A relationship and marriage, it is so much more than choosing just a picture that you assume is pretty today. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. You don't know if this person will be by your side when everything you know will be changed just in one moment. People miss true love because they have no idea what it is. They mix true love with something they learned from Instagram or from TV, that a pretty much younger woman by his side will magically heal all his wounds and make his insecurities disappear. No, it's not the case. Gentleman writes, I used to had Russian fiancé 13 years ago. It is appropriate when you speak a little Russian. Well, if you both speak English, English is an international language. So over the years, I can think of only several gentlemen who have mastered Russian well, and they use both Russian, for example, English or Russian and Swedish, or Russian and Turkish at home. In most cases, the lady has to learn the language, or they use English and then they kind of start using the third language. Guys, one more question, maybe two more questions. They're not very long, and I will wrap it up and finish my tea and then jump into my call with the client. By the way, tell me if you like such live streams, the casual one. If you like it, maybe we will try to do them more often. I see that there are no questions. I don't know if it is good or a bad sign. Thank you so much for watching. I will try to jump in from time to time more often to talk to you. I still don't know if I need to share the videos that we have filmed for you prior to this crazy war, because all the dating tips, they still stand in those videos. We have filmed them in the office. I'm thinking about one video. I have filmed this one after watching the Tinder Swindler, about this guy who was scamming women, and I was sharing my thoughts about scam. Maybe I will post that video, share that video, but I will write in the description that it was filmed prior to the war. Maybe you can have a lady on your next live stream. Same rules applies. We still won't have our clients on live streams. Our ladies and our gentlemen, they still want their privacy. And I can tell you that most of our clients, most of international couples who were willing to help Ukraine, help volunteers, buy stuff for families, for kids, for hospitals, for elderly. I was asking them, do you want me to acknowledge you in the post? And for example, on Facebook or anywhere that you are helping, for example, this fund. And the majority of people were like, no, just I want to help, but I don't want my name anywhere on Facebook or on Instagram. So people like their privacy. If you're speaking about having a lady, you mean Katerina or Olesya, probably we will do it. We will do another live stream with Olesya or with Katerina. Katerina is still in Kharkov. Olesya is in Hungary, still there. Irina is still in Kharkov. Maybe we will do a live stream like that. We can coordinate it. Gentleman is writing another. I have to ask this. Have you ever had a foreign boyfriend? Why didn't you decide to go abroad? It was so nice to see you. I love this live stream. My husband is Jewish. He is a Ukrainian Jew, but still traditions are different. And my part of the family is Russian Ukrainian. My father is Ukrainian. My mother is Russian, but they have met during the Soviet times. So at that times, the divide in culture was not as acute, but still they have met in Kharkov. And my husband, his family, they all are Jewish, so it's kind of surreal whenever we go to Germany, to United States, to Israel. He always has cousins there, some family or some relatives or some friends of friends by this Jewish line. It's a bit surreal, so culture is a bit different. As for me, I can't say that I had a foreign boyfriend briefly. I can't say that I dated a lot. I was busy getting my degrees, building my business, so I was not into numerous relationships. Why I was not willing to move abroad? To be honest, while traveling, I never have been to a country where I would say that, oh, I want to live here. Uh, I want to travel here, yes. I want to have a vacation here, yes. I want to go skiing here, yes. But I want to live here. I really like Kharkov. It's a beautiful city in Ukraine. It's big, but not too big. Um, the level of life there is high, but it is not as pricey as, for example, Kiev or Barcelona or other capital in Western Europe. So life there was comfortable for me. I like it, and my business was connected to Kharkov. So it's not about where to live, but how to live. As for relocating to another country, I never saw myself living, for example, in Germany or in Istanbul. Yes, I think I can adjust. I can learn the language. It doesn't frighten me that much. But I never had this desire. I never have been to a city that would be more dear to me than Kharkov. I love Portugal a lot, and yes, one day I believe when we decide to retire, we will go there. I like it a lot there. So for a retirement, it's a good place. I want a Jewish Ukrainian lady. They are beautiful. Yes, they are. They are, and in Kharkov we have a big population of Jews. By the way, when the war has started, many have evacuated to Israel also and to Portugal, and Jewish diaspora, they are extremely supportive. I think I have read all the questions. I think because you have been successful in your business, so why, if you haven't got good income, you decided to change your life like anyone from this part of Europe? To be honest, most of my friends who are Ukrainians, they live in Ukraine. I know only a few people who have actually relocated. They wanted to relocate. Um, One of our cupids, you have seen her in some videos, Natalia, she was our marketer, and she always wanted to grow as a marketer, and she wanted to learn like Google, to work more with Google. She has been with Diolli for 4 years, and then she has applied for a position in the US. And actually, I have written her several letters of recommendations. And last year, she has relocated with her family to the US because she wanted to grow professionally as a marketer in this field. And her husband, a Ukrainian gentleman, he is a digital designer, and also for him, there were more possibilities there. So, yes, some people relocate for job opportunities, but it is such a cliche, such a crazy rumor that all Ukrainians want to leave. Like in all countries, there are people who think that, okay, I'm not successful here, so I will move to another country, and for sure I will be luckier there. or I will find a better match there. Whenever you go, you bring yourself with you. I'm in the UK, so I'm hoping some come here when it is possible. I have some really good friends and colleagues who are also a wonderful lady who is a matchmaker from UK, and she has invited us over to go and stay with her. And if we were not probably suggested with this proposal to stay in this house, probably we would have gone there to stay with her in the UK, because at such times you want to be closer to your friends, to dear people. You want all the support you can get, mostly emotional support. First weeks were hard emotionally, because I worry about our driver, Alexei. You have seen, I have posted photos on Facebook what has happened to our love bus. I worry about Katerina. I worry about my mom, my brother, my team. They are my family members as well, so I worry about them a lot. We have in Poland, we have more opportunities after we have joined European Union. I know many Polish people, so I have some Polish friends who have relocated to Germany and to the US to build business there. I believe right now, with all the technologies and with internet, with planes, the world really gets smaller, and you can live in one country and you can build your business in another country. You can date a person from another country and you can do it all at the same time. So it depends what you are doing for a living, how you are doing it, can you work remotely or not. And also it depends on how open-minded you are. I love Ukraine. I love Kharkov. It's my favorite city in the world, and I was lucky to see quite a few cities. So I can compare. Warsaw, to me, it's a bit too overcrowded, just like Kiev. So cities like Kiev, Warsaw, Istanbul, Moscow, of course, you can get used to all the traffic, to all the people, to dirty streets. You can get used to it. But again, um, if you can choose where to live, you can choose what works for you. Besides Kharkiv, like I have mentioned, I really love Lisbon. I really love Portugal, and near Lisbon there are many small, very beautiful towns, like for example Cascais or Estoril. I like them, and once I decide to retire and to devote all my time to writing books, or maybe I distance myself from all the interviews, I will settle there. But probably it will happen in 40, 50 years. We will see. I used to live in the UK, South Africa, and Denmark. Yes, you are right. Your favorite city or your favorite place, I think, should be where your beloved people live, where your partner lives, where your kids live, where you can build a career or build your business. So there are so many factors. Guys, I hope it was useful, this chat, how do you say it correctly? I will do something in German, I think, as well. I will film some videos since I am in Germany at the moment. I think I should practice Deutsch and film something in German as well. I will jump into the call in several minutes. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being with us for almost 7 years. I think it has been almost 7 years since we have started this channel. More often now, I post some texts on Facebook and on Instagram, also Diolli Instagram. You can go there, sign up here to stay in touch. So I share some articles there. We are doing a new design for Diolli right now. These beautiful photos taken in beautiful places in Kharkov. I'm so happy we did quite a few photo shoots in Kharkov. So hopefully I will share this with you soon as well. I wish you all love. And if you want to meet a Ukrainian lady who is located in Western Europe, now is the time. Because hopefully this summer we all will come back and everything will return to um, the way it was. Though, of course, the world won't be the same. Guys, I wish you love, especially for you from Germany. Oops, what should I press? I think this one.